Hey everyone, welcome into another episode of No Holds Barred here at the Toronto Sun. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Postmedia wrestling writer Jan Murphy. WWE back in Canada this weekend. SmackDown and Saturday night's main event at the Bell Centre in Montreal before Raw comes to Scotiabank Arena in Toronto on Monday. Our guest today can be seen on Raw. She is one of the most decorated wrestlers in WWE history and a big San Jose Sharks fan, which we definitely got to talk about today. It is WWE Superstar Bayley. Bayley, great to speak with you today. How are things?
Oh, going great. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for joining us today. Definitely an exciting time to be a Sharks fan, and I do want to get into that in a moment. But it's going to be pretty cold up in Canada this weekend in Toronto and Montreal. I know you've already been prepping a little bit. I saw those conditions over in Poland. You did the polar plunge in the
Yeah.
Baltic
Yeah.
Sea. What was that like?
Oh man, it was so fun. A few of us were like really excited to do that. We had almost a full day in Poland the day before the show, so that was one thing that we were super excited about. But we're like, we got to find a spot. We got to find a body of water. Like we got to go anywhere that we can do it. And then when we got there, we literally looked outside of our hotel, and we were like on the beach. And I was like, it's perfect. So we did it that first day, and we all felt so amazing that we said, I'm down to do it tomorrow morning. So we all got up early the next morning and did it again. And it was it was the best. That's like probably my favorite memory of the whole trip.
Bailey, don't look now. I was thinking about it this morning. It's so long ago. You and I sat down. We used to talk a lot because earlier in your career, you do a lot of media. That's part of the
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
initiation.
like no, we don't do it anymore as often. Like even doing these today was weird. I was like, it's been forever.
Yeah, like don't look now, but you're coming up on 15 years with WWE. That's really elite company. What have been the secrets to your success and your longevity, especially?
Oh, a little bit of luck and a little bit of craziness because I'm crazy in love with this. It's sometimes Cody and I call it. I always get it wrong, but I think we call it a sickening. We have a sickening for this. It's just there's wrestling as a whole is ever changing, and you never stop growing. And because the eras have changed so quickly throughout my time here, and because the talent keeps getting better and better, I feel like I'm constantly evolving and constantly having to keep up in a way of, I'm just always growing and always learning. So luckily, like there's always something more that you want to accomplish. We have two brand new titles still, the women's intercontinental title, the women's United States championship. So those are two more things I would love to accomplish. And now I'm in this new tag team with Lyra Valkyria, and I feel very rejuvenated being in a team with her because obviously you guys know how talented she is. She just has a special soul and heart for this that I feel like I need in my career at this point in my career. So constantly evolving, and I'm just lucky that they still want me around and I'm in a position where I can help people. So like I feel a little needed on top of me wanting to still accomplish my own personal goals.
I call it the athletic circus. Like you travel the world. It's a small group of individuals entertaining the masses everywhere. That's a tough lifestyle. So kudos
For
to you
sure. Thank you.
for 15 years of traveling the world and never sleeping.
I'm trying to catch up to Natty. You know,
Yeah, she's
Natty's
coming up
going
on
on
20.
20 years, so I'm
Yeah.
trying to catch up to her. If she can do it, man, I got to do it too.
Absolutely. So you talk about being in the situation where you're rejuvenated and you've become sort of a mentor to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people do know by now. You recently held this 3-day seminar for about 20 women's wrestlers who wrestle on the independent scene, and I saw one of the attendees, a wrestler named Danny Moe, say on a podcast the other day, people were crying when John Cena showed up. So clearly, the experience left a lasting impression on these women. But for you, even though you're being the quote unquote teacher of this seminar, did you take a lot away from the experience as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. I learned, I have the privilege of being around Cena, at shows and being able to here and there pick his brain. He's always open, but you don't want to bother him as much. So being able to have him there for 8 hours, like he, all he had to do was walk in and say like, you can't see me, and leave, and like the girls would have lost their mind. But the fact that he was there, he watched them wrestle, he gave them feedback one on one in the ring. What I learned is the most valuable thing is just if you give someone your time, like that's the biggest thing that you can give anybody in life. And whether it's you're helping them, about wrestling, or whether you're just going out to have coffee with someone in need, or like whatever it is, like the best thing that I think we can give to somebody is our time. And that was what Cena really showed me. Like, I don't have to have all the answers about how to get these women where they want to be. But if I can give them my time and give them my effort, that's going to mean just as much, if not more. Yeah, I'm going to call out the person who was crying right away. Like, literally, you could hear a pin drop when he walked in. He walked in right behind me, and they had no idea. And they were all talking, laughing, and you could just hear them from the outside. As soon as I walk in, I said, "Hey guys, how y'all feeling?" They turned around, and like, it was dead silent. Sapphire Reed turned around, bawling her eyes out. I'm calling her out because she makes fun of me all the time. It was a beautiful moment, and I'm just, as a highlight of my year.
I was also thinking this morning, I saw you talk recently when you were talking to Stephanie McMahon about the new schedule and how it's a little easier and gives you a little bit more freedom that you didn't have before. Does that also help prolong your career, this new schedule where maybe you're not wrestling 5 days a week anymore or 6 days a week? Does this help
Um,
prolong your career?
for someone like me, yes, because I've been here, like my first 8 years on the main roster, I was on every single live event. Thankfully, it was tough, around like year 5 and 6, Charlotte and I would be like, they need to put someone else on here so they can help, they can learn how to do this. But like, I understood it was, they needed the star power, and they needed the experienced women, and, they needed to sell tickets. So we were on everything, and it was really brutal. But now when I look back at it, it's like, man, I miss them. I need those, like, the reason we are, I feel like, also help with longevity and us being able to keep up and stay relevant is because we had that experience. Um, it's very different than TV. TV is stressful. You have to hit these times. You have to hit these camera angles. Sometimes you don't always have a match on TV. It could be a promo. It could be a backstage. But if you get your reps in on the live events, it makes a world of difference. So people like Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria, Maxine Dupree, when Zoe Stark was coming, we talk about that. Like, they just need those reps on the independence, on the live events, that really transfers and makes you feel more confident on TV. So I wish we could find a happy balance and a healthy balance to get some back. And hopefully that maybe a little bit more this year. But yeah, it's for someone like me, it does help my body, but I feel for the ones that really want to be on those shows.
Mm.
Absolutely. As I mentioned off the top, you're a big San Jose Sharks fan. You got to announce their first two picks at this past NHL draft, which is pretty awesome because now anytime the video is shown of Michael Misa and Joshua Ravensbergen being drafted, it's you announcing the pick. So it's going to live on forever on the internet. A lot of excitement around the team. So 2 questions for you. How far do you think they can go this year, and how much do you and people like CM Punk or even our friend, Jackie Redmond, go back and forth talking about hockey these days?
So I will be completely honest. I'm not the biggest hockey follower. I will stay in
Uh,
tune with my team, and I'm very proud of my team and Misa. But when I am around, literally, we were just on tour together, with Punk and Jackie, and they will get me in they'll teach me kind of. They'll get me in my hockey feels, and I have one of my best friends back home. Her name's Brienne. She keeps me in the loop with all the hockey stuff. But I'm stuck on my basketball or stuck in wrestling all the time. So I have to keep up through the internet and through you guys. So if I'm going to be biased, and, I'm just saying this as a casual fan, they're going to go all the way.
That Macklin Celebrini is a generational talent for sure. So
I
a
learned
lot.
so much at that draft. Like, I felt so honored to be there, for one, but I just learned so much, just how young these guys are and how much pressure like, even when they get drafted, how much they have to go through to actually get, a spot on the team or to be playing in the games. It's just like, so I have so much more respect for all of them.
Very quickly, coming back to Canada, you've been here many, many times. Is something you're looking forward to? And are you going to have some taffy on the snow?
Some taffy on the snow?
Yeah,
What's that? Should I do that?
that's literally taffy on a bed of snow. Yeah, that's a
Really? Where do
Canadian.
I get that? I have a full extra day in Toronto now that we have to fly out early because of the storm.
I will look to see who makes taffy on the snow, but usually you find it at like outdoor festivals and things like that.
Oh,
Street
okay.
street vendors, things like
I
that.
should go polar plunge over there, huh?
Ooh.
Jump in some snow and do some angels.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of snow in Toronto, so definitely will not be able to miss that. But hopefully the travels are good for you, Bailey. Thanks so much for doing this. We wish you nothing but the best in 2026.
Thank you guys. Can't wait to see you all in Toronto.